Happy New Year and welcome 2022. And before we get into it, I'm going to teach you some really cool ways that you can set your goals for this next year, break it down into 3-month goals, and making sure you get all your numbers right so that you could hit all of your goals on a weekly basis to hit your 3-month goals, to hit your yearly goals on a business level. But then I'm also going to give you some tips on how to hit some goals on a personal level as well. Are you ready? I'm ready. In 3, 2, 1. What's up, advocates, and welcome back to another episode of the Commercial Claims Show, where I am going to be here to teach you something very, very special. I want to teach you how to hit your goals, but before I get into that, I am the Commercial Claims Advocate. My company is Elite Resolutions, and you can go on commercialclaimsadvocate.com where you can see all of our courses and all of our things that we have to offer, our meetups, our podcast, our YouTube channel, and everything that you need to know about really elevating the industry. We're bringing people together and take your public adjusting career to the next level. And before I get into that, so now let's get into what I'm going to teach you today. Listen up, advocates. Whether you're a public adjuster, contractor, or an attorney, if you have a client that has suffered any kind of catastrophic loss, whether that be by fire or storm or just any catastrophic loss that requires your client to have to move out and incur ALE and loss of use coverage, you need to think about looking at Black Diamond Services. This is an incredible idea for a service that I think is extremely valuable, and I've actually personally used for my clients myself. Basically, what they do is they provide all of the necessary money that is needed to be done for the homeowner to go and move to another place, whether that be a hotel or another home or whatever it is. They basically bill through their insurance policy's loss of use coverage, and basically they provide financial assistance so that the insured never has to incur any out-of-pocket expenses. It's an amazing service. I love the people at Black Diamond Services, especially Millie Varela. If you just contact her and contact Black Diamond Services, I'm telling you, they're going to take care of your clients like you wouldn't believe. I personally have a client who suffered a fire damage and had to use their ALE coverage, and all we did was refer them to Black Diamond. Our clients did not have to come out of pocket a single penny. Black Diamond provided all of the financial money, and they provided the actual location for the homeowner to stay. Amazing service. Contact Black Diamond Services today so you could find out more information for yourself. So what we do in our organization at Elite Resolutions is we basically set out a whole plan. Okay, we do this. I've been doing this for the last week already, and we've had our yearly meeting this week, and we're going through everything. We're going through our core values. We're going through our mission statement. We're going through our 3 uniques. If you have the book, if you get a chance to take a look at it, it's called Traction. Really amazing book where it really teaches you how to really organize your entire organization so that you're really getting to everything that needs to be done, not wasting any time. Because if you don't have a plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Something like that. So making sure that you have everything. And we've got it all set up. So what I want to do is just take it on a miniature level. And I want to tell you some of the goals that we've got set out and the goals that you should have set out as well. Okay. And basically what we do is we take those goals. I've got a 10-year goal, 3-year goal, 1-year goal. And that 1-year goal, you could break it down into like a 3-month goal. And the 3-month goal, we take it down into a weekly scorecard, which I explained to you. If you look at the video above, I explained to you sort of how we run our meetings every single day in our weekly scorecard. So what I want you guys to do is I really want you to think about what you did in this past year. If you don't keep a good tracking of like all your claims signed and settlement amounts and stuff like that, that's okay. You should already though have an idea in your head of sort of how many claims you want to sign on a weekly or a monthly basis. You should have an idea of how much money you want to make. And if you could take that amount of money, depending on whatever percentage you get at your firm, or if you have your own firm, think about how much money you want to make and break that down into the percentage that you make, break that down into the percentage that you charge, and then break that down into the settlement amount. And that's going to give you sort of how much money you want in settlements. So here's what we got, okay? First thing is I want to know what our total settlements are going to be. I want a dollar amount of total settlement money, okay? It could be $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, whatever it is, because if you charge 20% on your claims or 10% of your claims, you're going to take that settlement amount and that's your revenue for your company, okay? So the first number I want you to come up with, total settlement amount. The second number I want you to come up with is to take 10, 15, 20% on average here, because in Florida, we charge 20%, but in Texas, we charge 10%. If there's a storm, we could only charge 10%. On average, for 2022, we charged 15%. So I can take the total revenue and just 15%, or the total settlement amounts, take 15%, and that's our total revenue for the company. So you take that total revenue now. So now what do I've got? I've got a goal that I want for total settlement amounts. I've got a goal that I want for total revenue. I also want an estimate total too. Now, more often than not, we're getting close to 100% of our estimate. That's just the way we do it. We want to make sure that we hit them hard. But in Florida, obviously, there's a lot of negotiation that goes along in other states as well. So what I like to do is I like to go up about 20% just to have an idea of estimate totals. So now if you've got your total settlement amount, increase that by 20%. Okay, that's going to give you your estimate total amount, okay? Because you're not always going to get 100% of your estimate. You might have to negotiate a little bit here and there. So I go about 20% more. So now what do I have? Now I've got my estimate total amount, so I know how much I want to write in estimates. I've got my settlement total amount. I know how much I want to settle for because I know how much I want in revenue. So I take 15% of the settlement amount, and I've got my total revenue. The next number I want you to think of is the actual amount of claims that you want to sign, okay? So on average, you should have an idea of how much you're making per claim. So one of the numbers that stands out for me is about $5,000 if you're doing a lot of homeowners claims. You should be at 15%. You should be in revenue at about $5,000. If you're strictly commercial claims, or if you're one of the big wigs that we know, shout out to TJ Ware and Jack Hanks, I love you guys. You guys are doing big commercial losses. That number might be different. But being in this industry for 14 years, and always, a lot of majority of homeowners claims, commercial claims, always, of course, here and there. But to get the average amount of what you get sort of back on a decent homeowners claims, it's going to be about $5,000. So you've got your estimate total. You take 80% of that, you've got your settlement total. You take 15% of that, you've got your revenue total. If you are averaging $5,000 on each claim, you divide that revenue total by $5,000. Now you've got your total number of claims that you need to sign to get to that revenue total, to get to that settlement total, to get to that estimate total. So now we've got them all laid out. I want you guys to do this, okay? Get your year goals for this. I would start with how much money you want to make, right, in revenue, okay? And even if you are working for another firm, you're just going to add a different number, okay? If you're making, let's say 50%, okay? If you're making 50% of whatever the firm brings in, then you could easily, and you want to make $100,000. If you want to make $100,000, you're going to have to double that, right? Because that's 50%. You want to double that to $200,000 to the company total, because you're getting $100,000 of it. $200,000. You take that number and you get your revenue, you get your settlement total, because that should be 15% of the settlement total, and then that settlement total should be 80% of the estimate total. That breaks it all the way down, okay? And then you want to take the $5,000 per claim still and bring it into that revenue total. Okay, and that's going to tell you how many claims you sign. So now, just by that, we've got the number of claims you need to sign to get the number of money that you want, to get to the revenue total that you need to get to get to the settlement amount, to get to the estimate total. I mean, what more do you want? Now you've got it all laid out. Then you take all of those numbers, okay? I want you to take all of those numbers, and I want you to divide it by 4. Divide that number by 4, because that's going to break it down into what you need to do per quarter. Okay, we set out all our goals to 90 days. That's 3 months, 4 quarters, okay? 3, 6, 9, 12. Okay, so that's 3 months. And then if you want to divide that number by 3, that's going to give you what you need to do per month. Now, I think per month is a little bit too short, even though you should have an idea already of how many claims you need to sign per month, whatever, to get to that number that you want to get to. But the fact of the matter is, you want to have 90-day goals, okay? So that's dollar amount, right? You've got all the dollar amount. You've got the number of claims that you need to sign per quarter and for the year. You've got the number of revenue. You've got your settlement total. You've got your estimate total. You've got all these numbers already laid out. Now, take the time to do this. But now you want to sort of, what are going to be the goals? What are some of the things? What does it look like? The way I call it is, what does all this look like? Okay, that, what is it you need to do? What are the goals that you need to do in order to get to all of those numbers? How many networking events do you have to go to? You have to join a networking group. Should you join a real estate group? Should you attend more conferences? Should you maybe create a booth so that you could go ahead and get that work? What are you going to do to get to that number? Okay, do you need to hire an assistant maybe? I don't know, whatever it is, but you want to list your list of goals that you want as a professional. Okay. And even if it's just that dollar amount, you want to make $100,000, you want to make $500,000, whatever that is, you need to break it down into more the little things that you're going to have to do. Okay. On a weekly basis, on a daily basis to get you to your goals. Okay. That's how you want to get. I mean, you should have in your goals and all those broken down, all the little things you do. There should be 5 to 10 different things that you have to do throughout the year. Maybe you need to create your website. Maybe you need to start doing Google ads. Maybe you need to start social media, 1 post per day. That's how it started for me with social media, was 1 post per day. Maybe you need to do 1 post per day. Maybe you need to start a YouTube channel. Whatever it is, you should have all your goals laid out, at least 5 or 10 goals that you have for throughout that year that's going to help you get to that number. The last thing I want to talk about, it's not all about business goals. I want to tell you about something that really changed my life. There's no affiliation here, although we're going to leave an Amazon link. If you want to purchase it through our Amazon link, we do get a small affiliate fee. I love this thing. It's called the Self Journal. Okay, this thing helped me tremendously, and I would say really changed the trajectory of my career. And the beauty about this, it's a journal, okay, and it helped me a lot. It's a journal that I recommend. I actually gift this to a lot of people. A lot of people who are struggling to stick with their goals and so on and so forth. This one's already filled out. Okay, and basically what it talks about is you want to come up with 3 goals, and this is 90 days only, guys. It's a journal you write in every single day, but it's laid out in a way that I really like. It's got your whole day here that you have to plan out. It's got 3 things that you're grateful for. It talks about what your goals are to remind yourself, what your targets are for today, and then that's in the morning. And then in the afternoon, you have here where your lessons learned for the day, your wins, and then what you're grateful for later on. And then that's one section of it. And then the other section is the week by week. Look at this. I filled it all out already. What your weekly milestones are, what your whole week looks like. This is like the things you need to do, like working out or whatever it is. And then this is filling out how your week went. The beauty about this is that it only breaks down into 3 goals. It's 1 business, 1 personal, and 1 fitness. So like health, So 1 business, 1 personal, 1 health. It could be making $500,000. It could be more quality time with your family. And it could be a certain weight goal that you want to get to or fitness goal that you want to get to. And in the beginning, you have to break down what those 3 goals are. And it's like I just told you. This is like you see, this is find a virtual assistant. This is a while ago. And everything that I need to do in order to find that virtual assistant, making a certain amount of money, bringing in a certain amount of claims, and what's it going to do for me, how it's going to leave more time to do other things. I love this thing, okay? This thing really changed the trajectory of everything. This is sort of why we're at where we are today because of this. I'm going to leave a link below in the description. If you're interested in it, like I said, it worked for me. If you purchase it through our link, we are an affiliate with Amazon, so we do get a little portion of it. And I think it could help you tremendously. So what I would like for you to do is get all your goals ready for the year for your actual business, okay? I want you to know and I would love for you to share them with me, guys. You could obviously find me on Instagram. You can leave a comment below. You could find me on LinkedIn, on Facebook. And I'd love for you to send me a message. I'd love to hear and see what your goals are. I'll be happy to share mine for our company, for Elite Resolutions. We're growing. One of our goals is to hire more and more public adjusters throughout Florida, throughout Texas, throughout Louisiana, throughout anywhere where there's claims. We want to grow our company, and that's one of the goals that we have. But I'll be happy to share some of that stuff with you as well. If you want to come share it with me, send me a message. I'll be glad to take a look at it. But I want you guys before as soon as now this year is starting, we're already kicking off. We're ready to go. Hopefully I'm not too late in giving you this information, but you want to know for the year how many claims you need to sign, how much revenue you need to make, how much settlement dollars you need, and how much your estimates need to be. And then with those 4 numbered goals that you want to hit, divide that by 4 and get your 90-day goals. On top of that, you need to have a list of 5 to 10 things that you need to do to get to those numbers. And then on another level, get a book like that, get yourself a journal, or just do it to yourself. That's your business goals, but you also want to have your personal goal and you want to have your health goal. So I hope that helped, guys. These are just things that have helped me tremendously throughout my career to really elevate my game to the next industry, and it has helped. We are on a whole other level than I was in just 2 years ago, and it has a lot to do with that book, and it has a lot to do with goal setting and making sure that you could see it. You have to write these things down. If you don't write them down, it's like they don't exist. You need to be able to see it. You need to put it pen to paper or finger to phone. All right, guys, that's it, guys. Honestly, 2022 is going to be an excellent year for us and for you as well. I wish you nothing but the best. If you have any questions, you have anything that you need to know, remember, you can go on www.commercialclaimsadvocate.com. You could send me a message there, but you need to take a look at our courses, okay? We've got online courses that are going to be created very soon. We've got a live Zoom course coming up now in the next month. We've got a meetup in Orlando, and we got other meetups throughout the country that we're going to have. What else? We got the Claims Game podcast with amazing interviews. And then also, of course, we've got Elite Resolutions, which is our public adjusting firm. We've got public adjusters all over the country. We're always hiring any new public adjusters. It is a strenuous process, though. You have to take some assessments, and you're going to get interviewed by our entire staff because we want to make sure that we have the right team, people who fit in with our core values. So also follow me, Facebook, Instagram, subscribe now, all that good stuff. And I look forward to hearing from you in 2022. And I look forward to sharing so much more information with you guys throughout this entire year. Good luck. God bless. Talk to you soon.